Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. My name is Nidhi Sharma and I am your faculty of economics. So in this video we are going to discuss about the syllabus of RBI DEPR phase 1 examination. Whenever we prepare for any competitive examination, first of all it's very important to understand the syllabus very well, because the syllabus provides us the roadmap regarding how we need to prepare, what all has to be done, and what should be the right approach towards the topics that are mentioned in the syllabus. So, yes, in this video, we are going to discuss everything in detail regarding the phase 1 syllabus. I'll be coming up with another video for the phase 2 syllabus, but here right now we are going to focus mainly on the phase 1 syllabus. So, I'll quickly just share the RBI. You can see this is the RBI uh, uh, PDF that I have downloaded from the official website, and here you get all the details regarding the examination. So, what is the scheme of selection for the RBI Grade B officers? First of all, the selection will be through online or written examination and interview. So, you have a written examination and an interview. Majorly in this entire PDF, you will find WE as an abbreviation used for written examination, so don't get confused. Now, there are four papers for the examination. In phase 1 of the exam, there will be paper 1, which is objective type paper, and this paper is mainly based upon the economics subject. And then there will be paper 2, descriptive type paper, which will be mainly on English. And we have phase 2 as well, which we will discuss in some other video. Let's primarily focus on phase 1. So, paper 1, which is objective type paper, which is on economics, as I already told you, the duration will be 120 minutes and maximum marks is 100. And for paper 2 English, which is descriptive in nature, uh, this will again be 120 minutes and 100 marks. Okay. So, candidates who secure minimum aggregate marks in paper 1 and paper 2 of phase 1 as prescribed will be shortlisted for the phase 2 of the examination. So, with this sentence, you can understand that qualifying the minimum aggregate marks in the phase 1 examination is very important, because only then you'll be qualified for the next step. Okay. Now, if we focus on the syllabus, the phase 1, paper 1 objective type on economics will have majorly 8 points. The first one being the most important unit, which is microeconomics. We all know microeconomics is the most foundational unit of economics, and it's very important for all the competitive examinations, including your RBI DEPR exam. So here you have majorly the topics as theories of consumers demand, production, market structure, pricing, distribution, and welfare economics. So all the major topics of microeconomics have to be covered while you are preparing for the phase 1 exam. Then moving on to macroeconomics, where we are going to study theories of employment, output, and inflation. Monetary economics is again an important part of macroeconomics syllabus, where you have demand for money, supply of money, and all those things, theories related to money, quantitative theories of money, and everything. Then ISLM model, which is related to goods market and money market equilibrium. Schools of economic thought is very important, right? Starting from the classical school to Keynesian to new Keynesians, and so on and so forth, monetarist and everything. So you should have a complete idea regarding which school of thought has propounded which central idea of economics. Okay. Next up, we have international economics, where first of all, we will have to study the theories of international trade, such as Adam Smith's theory, Ricardian theory, the Habermas opportunity cost theory, the Stolper-Samuelson theory. Then we have the Heckscher-Ohlin theory. Followed with that, we have the paradox. Leontief paradox that we have to study, Metzler paradox that we have to study, all these things we have to study. Then we have to prepare, we have to understand the balance of payment and the various accounts that are there in balance of payment, and what kind of transaction will be recorded in the credit side, debit side, capital account, current account, official reserves account, and all the basics of balance of payment should be very clear to all of you. Then we have exchange rate models where we have Mundell Fleming model, we have arbitrage, speculation, hedging, and other concepts related to exchange rate appreciation, depreciation, devaluation, revaluation. So these things should be focused upon by all of you. Then comes up your theories of economic growth and development, where we have the classical and neoclassical approach to economic growth and development, and major theories of economic development. So if you have gone through the previous year exam pattern, the questions that came up, a lot of questions came up from your exogenous growth models, such as the Solo model, Harrod-Domer model. So these are the major chunks of growth and development economics that you have to focus upon while preparing. You cannot skip these topics. These are very important topics. Then comes up your public finance, where you have theories of taxation and public expenditure and public debt management. You have lots of theories of public finance, such as the Peacock Weisman hypothesis and Wagner's law, and all those theories. So you have to prepare those theories. At least you should know what is the central idea of these theories, and then you should know about the concepts of deficit, various types of deficits. What are the instruments used for public debt management? It should be clear to all of you. Then comes up your environmental economics, which is comparatively a shorter unit, I would say. Uh, a lot of questions do not come up from environmental economics, but yes, the basic idea should be very clear to all of you. So, the concept of green GDP, environmental valuation, environmental policy instruments, all these things should be clear. Quantitative methods in economics, such as mathematical and statistical methods for economics, ordinary least square regression. So basically, many students have doubt regarding what should be prepared for quantitative methods. So basically, here you will be required the application of mathematical tools and economics. Okay, suppose you have learned differentiation, so you should know how to do optimization using the differentiation tools. If you have learned integration, then you should be able to solve the numericals related to consumer surplus and producer surplus. So it is more about application based. Okay. And then your for econometrics, as it is mentioned, ordinary least square regression is very important. You can focus on dummy variables. You can focus on recursive models, simultaneous equation models. So these are the few things that you have to focus upon. Okay, then comes your current developments in the Indian economy, where you have growth, inflation, poverty, unemployment, financial sector developments, external sector developments, fiscal development, agriculture, industry, infrastructure, and services. Now, I can completely understand that the reports can be quite overwhelming for all of you to study because they are quite lengthy. But I would suggest you that you should majorly focus upon the key highlights of the reports. And you should know what is the current trend ongoing in the Indian economy. What are the major policies that has been launched by the government and the RBI for the overall health of the economy? And you should also focus upon the overall health indicators of the economy. Okay, how are they performing and all? You should be aware of all these things. So you cannot skip these things, but you can have a smart approach to prepare this section. Also, I would like to tell you all that if you have any doubts regarding what reports should you prepare for the upcoming examination, and what should be your approach, what should be the smart strategy that you can follow for the upcoming paper, you can definitely let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer this. And also, I would like to inform you that we are upcoming with a workshop, free live workshop for all the aspirants of RBI DEPR, where we are going to discuss the strategy for phase 1 and for PYP analysis. So, we are going to focus on the main strategies that you should follow as an aspirant for efficient preparation during the short amount of time that you have, and how you should analyze the PYPs. That also I'm going to discuss in detail. So please mark your calendar. It's 2nd of August at 7 p.m. You can register now. And yes, do follow iExamB for more updates, and we can help you in preparing 50% faster. You can contact us in the provided details on the screen. And yeah, if you have not downloaded our app yet, make sure you download the app, stay connected to us, and also subscribe to our channel and like this video if you found it to be helpful. I'll see you soon in some other video. Till then, happy learning. Thank you all. Thank you so much.